second person on social media is in Bali right now. Am I right? Well, there's a reason for that. Actually, there's a couple of reasons. It's obvious that Bali has increased in popularity over the last few years. You may be wondering why though. We have been so lucky to live in Bali for over a year before and during the pandemic. And today, we're sharing our top 10 reasons why Bali needs to be a place you travel to before you die.
If you're worried it'll be too foreign for you, you don't have to worry. Bali is located in Southeast Asia, but it is still comfortable for Westerners. Due to Indonesia once being colonized by the Dutch and its close proximity to Australia, means there is a good balance between still being a foreign country, but with a lot of Western influence. There's foods from all over the world, Western style hotels, Western grocery shops like Pepito, and with all of that, it'll be quite rare to feel homesick. Odds are you'll even be able to find a restaurant serving your local food. There's even a Mauritian restaurant on the island. And if you don't know where Mauritius is, it's right down here in the Indian Ocean. Although if you are coming as a tourist, you will likely eat more local Indonesian foods. We're only saying this to those who are spending a longer time on the island. If you have spent an extended time abroad, you'll know that homesickness does kick in, especially if you're missing your local food that you're used to. So it is just really nice to have that as an option.
The locals in Bali speak English and it is super easy to communicate with them compared to other countries in Southeast Asia. We lived in Vietnam for a little bit and we found it quite difficult to communicate with the locals there, and Mexico was the same. But in Bali, we very rarely had an issue with communication. Do try and learn a couple of the local Balinese phrases though, just out of courtesy. You can spend some time on the Babbel app and learn useful phrases like Selamat siang, apa kabar? Baik, enak, bagus. 1, 2, 3, terima kasih, makasih banyak, aku mencintaimu. I don't even know if I said that right. Not only are Indonesians some of the friendliest people you will meet in your life, but you will literally make lifelong friends with the locals and foreigners visiting the island. People living on the island come from all walks of life, making it a great place to meet people from all over the world. You can make friends at your villa pool, at a bar or a club, on a cooking class or some sort of tour. You'll make friends with your driver, with the staff at your hotel or your villa, at a yoga class or a pottery class. It's literally life-changing. You just have to have the courage to say, hey, how are you doing? Where are you from? How long are you staying in Bali? Where are you going next? We've recently created a Bali resource pack that'll be linked down in the description, but essentially we include so many Facebook groups and local contacts that you can contact to try and make friends on the island and meet up with like-minded people. We'll talk more about this resource pack later on in the video. On to the next reason.
Have you ever been to a place where you can find white sand beaches, black sand beaches, grey sand beaches, brown sand beaches, green sand beaches? Just joking, there's no green sand beaches. But Bali has so many different types of beaches. Uluwatu is where you will find the white sand, blue waters and more relaxed style beaches. And of course, all the wicked waves for the surfer dudes. The east and west are where you will find the black sand beaches, so black it looks like glistening charcoal. In and around Canggu and Seminyak you will find the grey/brownish sand beaches, which personally aren't our favorites, but those are also the beaches where you will find a lot of the beach bars and places to relax and grab a nice sunset with the good vibes. The Nusas have those iconic, hard to get to beaches. And if you go to Gili T, you will find beautiful white sand beaches with calm blue water, similar to what you'll find in the Caribbean or a place like Mauritius. And with roughly a 1-hour flight away, you can even get to a pink sand beach in the Flores Islands. There is quite literally a beach for everyone in and around Bali.
The nightlife in Bali is the best we've ever experienced. We had the most incredible New Year's Eve in 2019. People just come to Bali to let loose and have a good time. Nightclubs are lit, the beach bars are incredible, and the music is just so great. It's all just next level. The only thing is, alcohol can be quite expensive on the island, so make sure you budget for a drink costing you around 50 to 200k in a beach bar or a nightclub.
One of the best parts about Bali is definitely the culture. The island is 87% Hindu. It is very rich and practiced every single day. You'll see locals doing blessings, odd wedding ceremony here and there. You'll see penjor, the beautiful traditional outfits. It's just really so special to see. And best of all, the locals are totally open to sharing their customs with you and teaching you. If you stay at Tuku Hotel in Canggu, they can arrange all sorts of cultural experiences for you. How to make the offerings yourself, a traditional Balinese dinner experience, temple visits, and all sorts. So go down to their website to check out what they have to offer.
There's a budget type for everyone, unlike places like Santorini. There are dirt cheap hostels, cheap guest houses to stay at, 1-star hotels, 3-star hotels, 5-star hotels. There's big mansions and comfortable villas. There's bamboo tree houses, all sorts of stuff. It caters for any type of person with any type of budget. It's very similar in all of Southeast Asia. Food is really cheap. There's free activities to do, so anyone can travel to Bali really. Probably the most expensive part about visiting Bali is the flight. In our Bali resource pack link down below, there are over 20 accommodation options with different types of budgets. So if you want to save time and money while planning your trip and looking for accommodations, it's all in that pack down below.
Volcano hikes, ATVing adventures, rice field walks, paragliding, super swings, snorkeling, diving with mantas, surfing, gymming. There's just so much to do for the adrenaline junkie or the adventurous type like us. Watch this video for the top 50 things to do. We could not even include everything. There is just so much to do.
The food is incredible and the food choices are endless. You have the incredible Indonesian food, Greek, Italian, Turkish, American, Irish, English, Mauritian, Mexican, all sorts. In fact, the only thing that's missing is South African food, which is quite unacceptable. Maybe I should open a South African restaurant there. What do you think? The Indonesian food though is number one. It's incredible. You have to eat it for 90% of your time there. So head down to a local warung or order off Gojek or Grab. Just really immerse yourself in the local culture there, and the best way you do that is by eating their food. We'll put a couple of the dishes that you should definitely try out on the screen now. Out of everywhere in the world that we've lived, Bali is the place where I and we feel the safest.
We've grown up in Johannesburg, South Africa, which has one of the highest crime rates in the world, so we are definitely not oblivious to crime. And that's why we can safely say that the only thing you really need to worry about in Bali is getting into a motorbike accident or slipping on a rock at a waterfall.
But that's why you need to have travel insurance, and we can highly recommend our travel insurance that we've used a number of times called Safety Wing. It'll also be linked down in the description below. Although we feel safe in Bali and nothing has actually ever happened to us in Bali, there are a couple of things that you have to look out for. Number one, people mention ATM scams, although we've never really experienced those because we have a good gut feeling coming from South Africa. We know what ATMs look dodgy and what don't. So we just suggest that you go to legitimate ATMs next to a bank or something.
Yeah, there'll usually be a security guard standing at the bank, and those are the ones that are safe to draw at.
Another thing people mention quite a lot, and I've never actually seen myself or experienced this, is guys riding past the motorbike and snatching bags off of women and cutting them, and like sometimes dragging women off of bikes. I've seen it a lot on TikTok lately. Maybe it's now that Bali is a lot busier. But this happens in nearly every place in the world, in all over Southeast Asia, and petty crime is a thing everywhere. So just be vigilant and you will be okay. It really is one of the safest places I have been to.
Let's finish off the video quickly talking about our resource pack, which we recently launched. We have been getting literally hundreds of questions about where to stay, what drivers to use, what bike hire company to use, and that's why we've decided to put all of that information into one guide that you can download, and you can basically access everything we've gathered over the last, 14 months of living in Bali.
We include over 20 different accommodation options, all our local contacts, who to contact to hire a motorbike or a car, visa agencies, our personal Google Maps link to every restaurant, every hotel, every hospital we visited on the island. And there's just so much more in that resource pack, so we hope you guys find it useful. It's only $10 and we wish we had something like this before we traveled to Bali.
So head over to the link in the description if you are interested in picking up the pack.
Or head to our website www.rhettandclaire.com and click on store and it'll be there.
But besides that, that's going to be everything for this video. Thank you very much for watching.
We hope you plan your trip to Bali soon. You're going to have the best time, and we're actually thinking of doing private calls where we can help individuals plan their perfect Bali itinerary and perfect Bali holiday. So comment down below if you guys would be interested in that and we'll set it up. Or follow us on Instagram and DM us there and we can sort something out. We hope you guys find this video helpful. If you do end up planning your trip to Bali, just know you're going to have the most incredible time. If you have any questions, comment them down below. We'll help. We'll try help as many people as we can.
Subscribe for future Bali videos. We will be putting out a couple more videos such as where to stay and the pros and cons of living in Bali. That's it. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.